guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope your day is going well so far. If the lighting looks off, it's probably because it is. It is super gloomy outside. Daylight saving time, daylight savings time can kiss my butt. It's 4:45 and it's already getting dark out. So I'm using artificial lighting and it's just, like I said, it's gloomy out. So I feel like this is as best as it's gonna get. So if it's too bright or if it's too dark, I'm sorry, but the swatches will be in good lighting and I feel like that's all that really matters. Anyways, today's video I am super excited for because it is my first official Friday favorites. I told you guys in my October favorites that I was gonna start doing this just because like monthly favorites get overwhelming for me and I feel like I have to leave out so many products that I truly do enjoy, otherwise the video would be like a million years long. So I thought, why not plug in a couple Friday favorites here and there throughout the month. I don't know if I'm going to do every single Friday, maybe like 2 Fridays and then monthly favorites. That would make sense, right? Okay, so instead of rambling like I always do, let's go ahead and just cut to the chase. So I'm going to start off with something that's on my face right now, and that is, those are my lips. The lip color that I'm wearing right now, I mentioned both of these products in my top vampy fall lips under $10. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, I will have it linked down below. But basically what I do is fill my lips entirely with this NYX lip liner. This is in the shade 804 Cabaret. It's just a really nice plummy color, and then on top of it, I use the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade Plum, which it looks exactly like the name says. When you look at it, it looks like it would be shimmery, but it kind of just goes on like a satin. But I feel like when you wear them together, it does look pretty matte. It does take a little bit to dry down into this. It is kind of glossy at first, but I definitely like wearing these together. Plum on its own is pretty, but I feel like it tends to sheer out the longer you wear it. So I feel like when you wear it with the lip liner underneath, it just kind of fades off and looks nice like all day. It just gives you, like, extends your wear time. That makes sense. Now moving on to my eyes. Okay, I have, oh, my pants just got stuck to that drawer. That kind of hurt. I've been obsessed with this whole like rose gold copper look. I just feel like it's so holidays, which I'm so excited that we're like in the holiday season now. I've already started listening to Christmas music. Keegan's kind of over it. Like we went to Zoo Lights the other day and then as soon as we got in the car, I put on Spotify and was listening to the Michael Bublé Christmas album. I think it's just called Christmas. I don't know. I'll look it up later. And that's another favorite for this week. I'm obsessed with Christmas music, but specifically Michael Bublé's Christmas album. It's just, it's old, but it's one that I love listening to every Christmas. Okay. Back to my eyes. So for my base, I use the ColourPop Cosmetics Super Shock Shadow in Sequin. Can we add any more S's in there? This is just an amazing rose gold copper cream gel type shadow. If you guys haven't tried these yet, you are missing out. I did an entire video swatching and, oh wait, did I do that swatch video? Oh my gosh. I think I did. I'm not sure. But I did do a video, I know, reviewing these shadows. I'm so obsessed with them. They are $5 a pop. You can get them on ColourPop Cosmetics or just colourpop.com. Either or will work. I will have this link down below for you guys as well. They're $5 a piece, but once you order 6, like once you add up to $30, then you get free shipping. Their lippy sticks, that's what they're called. Lippy sticks and lippy pencils are incredible as well. I do have an entire review on those too. But these shadows are seriously amazing. But what I do is apply sequin all over my my lid. And the first half of my lid, I just leave that part alone. But then the outer half, I top it with some shadows. And all the shadows are from this palette here. This is the Lorac Unzipped palette. I want to kick myself in the butt for taking so long to purchase this. I got it, when was the makeup show? In September, I believe. That was when I finally purchased this thing. And I don't know why, because it's like everything I could hope for and more in a palette. I'm so obsessed with it. So what I do on the kind of like middle to outer half of my eyelid is apply this shade here called Unbelievable. Once again, it's another gorgeous rose gold kind of copper color. And then just to deepen up the outer V and then smoke out my lower lash line, I use this shade here called Unbridled. And it's just a really nice kind of like matte hot cocoa, but like cranberry colored at the same time. As you can tell, the entire palette is kind of like very like rose goldy type themed. I love, love, love this palette though. It's definitely one you could travel with and then just rely on this, just because you do have a matte brow bone highlight. Then obviously you have some satin colors here, you have some shimmers, and then that's kind of a satin. But there's 4 true mattes in here. but I adore this palette. If you guys are interested in seeing looks with this palette, just let me know and I'll definitely do that because I've been enjoying this palette a ton. Okay, now to use kind of as a base on my lower lash line, I use this eyeliner here. This is from the brand Beauty People, and then it says Miss 100. I got this from a Mimi box. If you guys aren't familiar, Mimi boxes are like makeup and skincare. They kind of throw in, yeah, I guess mainly makeup and skincare boxes. They're not really subscription boxes because there's not like a monthly service. You just buy which ones you want, but they're based, it's all cosmetics from Korea. And I got this one in a box, but just like Birchbox, Mimi Box has its own separate store to where you could like purchase the individual products. So this one, I want to see what other the colors there are, but it's the Beauty People Miss 100, I already told you that. Super waterproof gel eyeliner pencil. It's in the shade Auto Glimmer Bronze. It is a retractable pencil and then it has a sharpener down on the bottom. I swatched all of my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide-On pencils. I have a ton of those and I couldn't find anything similar to this. There's lots of like roasty chestnutty brown colors in the Glide-On pencils I have, but I didn't have anything that was like this. Once again, this is another shade that's like a bronzy gold, but there's, no, I guess there's not really a rose gold in this. It's just a gorgeous gold creamy pencil, but it works well on my waterline. Sometimes I feel like with these metallic type pencils, it's hard to find one that will really like stay on your waterline. This one does, and like I said, I like to smudge it on to my lower lash line as well. And then on top of it, I'll go in with more of Unbelievable on kind of, once again, the first inner half and then Unbridled on the outer half. And I just feel like it creates a really nice kind of like rose gold copper look. So yeah, definitely gonna go in and see if they have more of these pencils. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a Disney inspired thing, but that definitely looks like Snow White. Like I'm 100% sure it is, but it's like a sassy version of her. I don't know, I'm digging it. Moving on to face, I discovered some old favorites and I was really excited just because this month this has been the month where I've like stuck to one product like over and over again, and that's really rare for me. Like when it comes to nail polish and bronzers and stuff, just because I have so many, I like to put all of them to use. But yeah, I was like using and abusing 2 other products. So those will probably will definitely be mentioned in my monthly favorites. But this week I was like, okay, Dana, put them down, give them a rest. Let's try something else. So I was digging in my bronzer and highlighter drawer and I found these 2 guys here. So the first one is a Old Faithful product. This is a highlighter from Physicians Formula. I feel like, I know Bobbi Brown shimmer bricks have been around for a while, but I feel like once they were really hyped up on YouTube, a lot of people were using this specific product as a dupe. But this one is the Shimmer Strips Custom Bronzer Blush and Eyeshadow in Vegas Strip / Light Bronzer. They do have these in blush form as well, and then they have a deeper one that's more kind of like bronzy, like a deeper bronze color. Whenever I use this as a highlight, I tend to stick to, I guess it goes this way, the top 3 bars the most. So as you can see, the layout is pretty much identical to the Bobbi Brown shimmer strips. You have 5 shades here ranging from like a yellow gold, then you start to get into like those opaly bronzy colors, and then the final 2 are more on the rose gold shades, which, you know what, hold on, let me swatch this real quick next to, no, never mind, that is quite a bit lighter. But you could definitely use these as eyeshadows. I have before in the past and they make gorgeous eyeshadows, but back to the point of the story. For my highlighter, I tend to concentrate more on these top 3 colors. That is the highlighter I'm wearing now. I don't know how well you can see it with this lighting. For bronzer, I finally put my other one down and I went back to this. If you guys have watched YouTube for a while, then this probably looks familiar to you. I feel like back in the day, every single British, like British English beauty blogger talked about this constantly. And then whenever Keegan went to England, this was one of the things I put on the list for him to buy, and he came back with 2 of them. But it's from, I believe he pronounced it Bourjois. This actually used to be, this brand was sold in Ulta a couple years back, but I don't remember ever seeing this bronzer there. But this is the chocolate bronzing powder filled with glints of sunshine. It smells like chocolate. I feel like the scent on mine has faded. I have another one that's like brand new and sealed. That one probably does still smell strong. But as you can see, it just looks like a little bar of chocolate. I haven't self-tanned like this whole entire month, and I don't really think the end of last month. And I felt like my Hoola bronzer was kind of starting to look a little bit dirty on me, and some of my other Nars bronzers were too. So I was like digging, trying to find something else, and I came across this, and I feel like this has been perfect for my skin right now. It's like not too brown, not too orange, not too red. It's just like the perfect, nice, like soft focus mixture of all of them. I don't know if that word even made sense, but that's okay. So yeah, the Bourjois chocolate bronzer. For face, I have 2 products here. Both of these have been like holy grail status for me this month. See, lighting is very forgiving in videos. I feel like sometimes, like I feel like when I have a huge zit, you guys can't see it and it's because of the lighting. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell myself out. Although I feel like there's no concealing this one with no matter how much lighting I use. This is, what should we name him? I don't know, Patrick. He is massive and he's like crushing my soul by the minute. I don't know if it just popped up due to like that time of the month, TMI, not really, whatevs. Anytime I fly, I get like super stressed out and anxious, and I swear that's when this thing like blossomed. And I rarely, like, I don't mean this to sound like, ugh, I have perfect skin, because we all know that's not the case, but I rarely ever get like large cystic pimples. When I do break out, they tend to be smaller, like bumps just along my jawline or something. I want to say this is only like my second or third like large type of pimple that I've had like this. So I just like don't know like how the best way to go about like concealing it and stuff, just because I don't deal with them that often. But I was going through like my, like basically every one of my concealers and like slapping it on there, trying to conceal the redness, and nothing would work. And then I was like, duh, Dana, you just got all that IT Cosmetics stuff. I did do like an entire look using nothing but IT Cosmetics. And I'd mentioned this product in there and I was very impressed by the coverage in that video. But in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, it's nice, but I don't think it's a product I would use a ton, just because I don't really get lots of redness on my face. My hyperpigmentation tends to be more like on the weird like orange sallow side, like just because I have yellow undertones. But I whipped this thing out and I like just dotted the tiniest little dot on my pimple, and I swear it just like blurred the redness, and it was like the only thing that would work. I was whipping out like my MAC Pro Longwear, all these heavy duty concealers, and nothing would cover the redness except for this bad boy here. Okay, now this month, I don't know what the deal is with like my sinuses and my allergies. Like, it started in Texas, I went to Florida, I felt like it got worse, and I feel like it's finally starting to go away. But once again, okay, another thing, like I said, I don't really get like redness or like blue bags under my eyes, but whenever I get like hyperpigmentation, it tends to be more on like the weird like orangey colored. But this month I feel like I've had lots of darkness right here, and my eyes have been watering and itching, and it's been driving me nuts. So I was looking through my concealers and I found this. This is from Tarte. It's the CC Under Eye Corrector. I have mine in light medium, and as you can see, it's kind of like a salmon colored concealer. I was kind of worried at first to put this under my eyes, even though it's made for your under eyes, just because the texture is like so creamy. I was like, that is gonna crease and look god awful on my face. But I just, once again, it was another product where I just needed to use a tiny spit, and I really like warmed it up on my finger first. Like, the days that I just put it straight from the compact onto my eye, I did feel like it creased. But a trick that I like to do is really warm my finger in there, obviously with clean hands, and then kind of rub it on the back of my hand to warm it up and kind of thin out the product even more. And then just really like tap it onto my under eyes, onto my under eyes. I felt like that just melted the product right in, and it kept it from like creasing into my fine lines. It's definitely a product you have to set, but I felt like this was the only concealer that was like really neutralizing my under eyes. So yeah, these two products, it's funny how much I've need like color correcting products this past week and month, but these two have been like heaven sent, so thank you. And then my final favorite is this necklace. I actually just posted a picture of me wearing this on Instagram. I'm obsessed with it. It's from Dern. As always, I have a coupon code that will be linked down below for you guys. Frog in my throat, for 10% off. This one, I believe it's called, is it Mondrian? Mongolian? No, I think it's like Mondrian Bib. It just comes in this one color here. It's just this super thick black rope, like it's hard to bend. Then you have this gold chain, and then these like emerald colored rhinestones with gold and black. It's like definitely a statement piece, but I love it with this shirt. I don't know, I just feel like the color combination goes really well. Hold on. Oh, did you guys just hear that? That was my ankle. I didn't fart, I promise. But yeah, I think that's it for this week's Friday favorites. I'm super excited to start doing these videos with you guys. I want to come up with like a cute name for it. Like, I don't want to just be like Friday favorites. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, I wanted to share a non-beauty favorite with you guys. I had one here, which was kind of a bummer because I never like to like have a product that I don't like, you know what I mean? But this wasn't one that I purchased. It was one that I got in a swag bag from the makeup show in Dallas. This is from Smashbox, and it's the Be Legendary Longwear Lip Lacquer in the shade Beat It. I thought for sure that I was gonna love this just because I saw so many people featuring it in videos, and it looked amazing and opaque on them. I don't know if the trick is to wear it with a lip liner underneath. When I swatch this on my hand, it looks gorgeous. Like, it goes on thick and opaque and glossy, but on my lips, I don't know if it just has something personal against me. It goes on very like patchy, like it almost skips, and then even when I go back over it, then it like wipes part of it off, and it even does, like it does the same thing even as it wears off. It's not a product that like wears off gracefully. It's just like patchy. It's like it wears off on the outer portions of my lips and in the center, and then I'm just left with these weird like streaks going down my lips, and it just doesn't work, which was a bummer. This product just does not work for me. I don't know if I just got a dud one or what the deal is, but yeah, that's my not so favorite of the month. Hopefully we don't get too many non-favorites, but yeah, I think that's it for this video. What I was going to say before I got into that product was, if you guys have any like cute or clever names, leave your suggestions down below. Blah, 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 blah. Can we speak? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was like, am I just gonna do Friday favorites? But I guess, because I don't want it to be like super lame and corny. At first I was trying to think of something like fabulous and fails and something, you know, like with F, or just something that rhymed, and I just could not think of anything. Like when it comes with naming things, I feel like I'm not creative whatsoever. So if you guys have any suggestions or ideas, be sure to leave them down below. And yeah, I think that's it for this one. I hope you guys all have an awesome weekend, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!